Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers. Off we go from L.A. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Sermon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Mitchell is in. Touchdown 49ers. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Sticking in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this one will be brought
All right,
back
YouTube, I just intercepted the ball back so can I punch it in.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Second and 5. They run. Here's Sermon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, now Garoppolo. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Just got another interception.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
90 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that will fall incomplete. Took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Quan Williams. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
YouTube. He may be quitting.
Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive back.
Oh, a contested ball here that's going to be caught. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And his
Got
pass
another
is
interception,
intercepted
YouTube.
for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
A give for Sermon running right.
Another day, another across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Sermon,
A 13-yard touchdown run.
and the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Slide for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Don't stop that ball.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 11 now.
Here's Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a handoff looking right. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, guys, let's go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Play action. Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I just threw an interception.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Charger drive about to get going. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Here we go. 2.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Garoppolo. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Escaping the pressure right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Herbert. He's going to take another shot here. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
All right, YouTube. First half is over with.
2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step
43 to nothing.
aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Andre Roberts now to return it. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
And a decent return out.
Hey, he probably quit now, YouTube. You don't want me to run the score up on him, but I understand. He conceded the game. All right. We'll take it.